Ladies and gentlemen, my name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a few things to go through. We got we got a chunk of things to go through, man. But I am just so tired, dude. I am so tired. It's becoming very much a endurance game at this point, trying to survive through most of these things. But today we got a little bit of debunking and a little bit of reading to do, so you know how this works, you know how it all goes through. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, if you do enjoy the video, then drop a like down below. If you do enjoy it, of course, it'd be appreciated. And of course, if you are new to the channel, if you do enjoy the content I already created, then feel free to subscribe. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be covering a rumored image, an image that showed up, and people are trying to claim that it's like from Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I'm going to debunk real quick because I was able to find a debunk for it this quickly. It wasn't that hard. And also we got one of those rumor text thingies claiming a trailer's coming at a specific date, I think, in this one. So compared to the one we read last night or yesterday, this one's slightly different. So I thought we'd go through them. I thought we'd take a look at them. And look at me eyes, mate, look at me eyes. Either way, let's get right to the content, shall we? So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be starting off with this first. So this is the thing that I was sent, and people were telling me, like, or, you know, the person sent it to me was like, hey, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? This was actually sent to me specifically by Game Boy on Discord, saying, okay, I found this image on 4chan, looks legit. I'm not sure if it's real or not. It's okay if I send it to you so you can maybe take a look at it in one of your videos. This is the image, and yeah, I've seen this image, but here's the thing, though. This is not a Sword and Shield related thing. It's a fan-made, it's for a fan-made game, I'm pretty sure. You may ask, okay, but how do you know? How can you prove that? Well, I did a little bit of research and I found this. So yeah, there you go. That should be enough of a proof that this isn't Sword and Shield related. Though this does look cool, I'm gonna be honest. I am a huge fan of fan-made stuff, especially like fan games and stuff. And this is legitimately like, let's just take this image right here and make it larger. I mean, this is genuinely really cool. I love the legendary over here. This orange one looks so sick. The evil team leader looks interesting, though his mouth is really creepy. I mean, he's like smiling, so I guess that makes sense. Then, of course, you got the trainers here, which kind of look like, I don't know, the male one kind of reminds me of the Diamond and Pearl one, and the female one kind of also gives me that feeling, but not exactly. The starters are cute. I love the little bird one, and of course, the little, like, square-looking one. Those two are freaking adorable. The logos with games look nice, and of course, they got the professor there on the side, and some really creepy clown-looking guy over here. Overall, really cool. So there's a Pokemon right next to him. Overall, really cool, I've got to be honest and say, but definitely not Sword and Shield related. For anybody that was curious about that, now you know it. Now it's debunked, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's debunked. So now you know about that. I just want to get that out of the way because people will send me this sort of stuff and be like, hey, Ruffled, take a look at this. What do you think? And I'm like, okay, well, let's do some research. And the research basically showed us that it is a fakerino. It is a fakerino, not real. Yes. But that's not all, though. We got more stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Now we got a rumor that I think you guys, these are the ones that you guys enjoy. The ones where we go through a bunch of, like, information, claiming to know stuff. So this guy's basically saying new trailer incoming second week of April. Now we are on the 30th of March right now, right? Yeah, we're January, February, March, April, May. Okay, yeah. So we're on the 30th of March, which means we have 31 days of this month. Which means the second week of April would be, like, that would start from the, let's see here. So if we start on a Monday, right? It's going to be 7 days. And then on, okay, so 7, so, wait, did you say presumably the 10th? Which would be a Wednesday or a Thursday. Which I don't know about how they do with trailers. Because I know they do with Pokemon Directs. They tend to have them around the same time frame every time. You know what I mean? They try to have them at the same, like, kind of same day. So that it fits in well, but it's different with specifically like trailers, because trailers aren't meant to be big events. They're meant to just be kind of like promotional tools. So it being on the 10th, which would be a Wednesday or a Thursday, actually would make sense. It totally would make sense. But then again, that's a wild guess that anybody can make. So this guy isn't really saying much here besides, like, just guessing, which I think most of us could guess this. And I think the 10th or 11th would make sense. But that's also when we get Koro for the most part. So having those two match up would be nice. But that's going with this guy's assumption here. So he says here, presumably on the 10th or the 11th is when it's going to drop, which, like I already said, it will be fantastic. And again, if you guys want to read this by yourself, by the way, I put it right here on the screen so you guys can actually see this, so I don't block the view for you. But again, like I said, 10th or 11th would make sense in terms of, like, previous schedules. It would make sense. Here's what will be shown. This trailer starts with a 3D sequence showing off the silhouettes of the legendary wolves, each running through different terrains before they change form. They're literally getting armor parts and clash with each other. Screen going blank white. Okay, so this would make sense, right? Because we gotta know what the deal is with the logos right now, right? Because we know there's gonna be some legendary Pokemon that are gonna be wolves. Because they are on the literal logos, you know what I mean? The sword and the shield, you know, the shield and the sword freaking, you know, logos, you have literally those things. So, they gotta show us sooner or later, right? They gotta show us, what those wolves look like. And I think now would make a lot of sense if we get a trailer in April to finally show off the legendaries, because there's going to be more than those legendaries in these games. It's going to be more, because people keep arguing to me that, like, we're not going to get the wolves as the box art legendaries, which I still think we are, but maybe I'm wrong, and honestly, if I am, whatever. But people keep saying to me, like, yo, that's not going to happen. It's going to be the metal snake and the wooden horse. Those are going to be on the box art, or the, you know, something like that. I mean, that's usually what the argument I see. But I personally think that we're more likely to get ourselves, whatchamacallit, like, I don't know, personally I think we're more likely to get ourselves two wolves as legendaries, which, I mean, again, in one way it would be a little bit disappointing if we have two wolves as the legendaries. Like, I think some people would prefer, like, something else, but at the end of the day, I don't know, man. It's a bit of a strange one, but either way, let's continue down the actual, you know, image here. So they clash together against each other, and then the screen goes blank white. Next, we see a male trainer is shown inside home, where Professor visits him, introducing herself. So it's going to be a female professor, according to this guy, which would be interesting. And also, I like that he doesn't even show the main starting town, but he shows, like, the one with the grass gym. Now, cutting to a scene outside, showing male trainer together with a Sobble, and he chooses it, and Sobble being shy at first, and then trainer smiling at it. When seeing this, I assume there could be a special cutscene which each starter you choose, showing off their personality. And I guess this would make sense. I mean, Grookey would be a little bit dumb, like, you know, but just, like, beating his stick, like, you know, you know what I mean, like, something like that. And then Sobble's gonna be like, you know, sad boy. And then, you know, whatchamacallit, freaking Score Bunny is like Bugs Bunny, but I'm gonna do it like yeah, yeah, yeah. That's like somebody else. That's like the thing with the beak. I don't know why, but like, yeah, I could just imagine Score Bunny with like a freaking carrot in his, like, you know, hand, like smoking it like it's a cigar. For some reason, I don't know, man. I'm weird. My point is that I actually really excited to see how that would be like if that is actually what ends up happening. Now, next thing here, next arrival is introduced. Looks younger than you, wears clothes similar to aristocrats, but with a modern touch. Okay, that's very strange, I'm gonna be honest. That's a very strange kind of observation. Alright, and challenges you to a Pokemon battle. Points at you with the Pokeball in hand, so yeah, it's like one of those, like, yay, let's duel! Let's duel, Yugi! Let's duel! So funny. I don't know. Either way, brief scene showing grass gym from outside. Camera going from down to top. Alright. Now, jump inside grass gym scene, so the grass symbol on banner must be that gym. Platforms arise in the stadium. No one is the female. On one is the female trainer. On the other, a skinny male gym master who wears hippie clothes and a pair of glasses. Funnily remind me a little bit of John Lennon. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Really? Really? Okay, next cut, I guess, showing the whole field where the terrain begins changing as another field under it rises up, having a jungle theme to it. That actually would be sick. See, this is the thing, right? We don't know how the gyms are going to work like yet, but if this is how gyms actually end up working, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but, I need some water, because that should be spicy, dog. I mean, oof, you know... boy, that would be a little bit too spicy for me. No, actually, I would genuinely love that. So, also like water. It's. Oh, fuck! I got some water in my eye. Damn. Either way, my point is that it's a little bit warm here in. Not warm. It's just boring as we do. It's like gray. This country's so gray sometimes. But either way, where were we? So, cut to the whole thing. Another cut. Female trainer. Okay, so the next cut here is another cut. Female trainer calls out Score Bunny to the field. With the Gym Master's a new Pokemon, Grass Bear Pokemon, already being on the field. Animation scene is shown, which shows both opponents giving out serious expressions, similar to Phoenix Wright in Trials, if anybody knows that game. Cut to showing logos and thus ending the trailer. So yeah, I mean, this sounds like, this actually makes sense. As a description for a trailer, this actually makes a lot of sense. As for the time frame, it makes sense. Everything about this actually makes sense. There's nothing out of this that's out of the ordinary or too, like, ludicrous for me to not believe it. I actually think this is one of the first rumors that I think, personally, I believe. And that's probably weird because, you know, you might be thinking, okay, Ruffle, but we've seen so many rumors, you know, why would you believe this one? Because it's very concise. It's very, you know, it isn't like over the top or like over descriptive or all that shit. It's just kind of very much to the point. And it doesn't like do shit over the top. Of course, there's a little bit of that whole like gym changing into another field or whatever. It's a little bit odd, but I think they're gonna do something like that for these games, because if honestly, if the gyms are just a flat surface, you know, like a football field, and that's where you battle, that would be really boring, and I think even they would know that would be really boring, and that, like, the reason gyms are gyms is because they're unique and different, each one of them, and, you know, they're not all the same, so, like, having terrains change inside there would make sense, but I don't know, man, this is a little bit strange of one, but, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to know your opinions, though. Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, I was just about to puke. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, then drop a like down below, subscribe for future videos, and thank you so much for watching. My name is RuffledRowlit. I will catch you all in the next video, but also, a quick little plug here, for anybody that's curious, shirt designs are going to be out in the store, the Ruffled store on Teespring. The shirts are going to be there. The designs we have right now are going to be there for all of April, and then at the end of April, we're going to get rid of those designs and get new ones in there for Sword and Shield. So if you want to get one of those for yourself, you know, stick around there or go check one out right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, though, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great day, and bye-bye.